Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Draw With Me, where we put 10 minutes on the clock and try and draw as much as possible within that time frame. Now, this challenge is your personal challenge, so whatever you decide to draw is completely up to you as far as the poses, how much face, head, torso, full body, doesn't matter, or what materials you're using, whether it's pencils, pen, colored pencils, gouache, graffiti, spray paint, like whatever, right? Completely up to you as long as it challenges you so that your skill level gets to level up. Okay. Now, the one thing that we do together is the character that we draw for those 10 minutes. And as we are continuing down Black History Month, we are going to be drawing John Stewart. Now, there's plenty of reference for John Stewart. So if you don't already have it, go ahead and hit the pause button and head on over and grab your reference and your materials. And when you are ready, just come on back and we'll be waiting for you. All right, well, welcome back. We're gonna go ahead and put 10 minutes on the clock. And we're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so John Stewart. So, like, Green Lantern was never really a big part of my comic life, right? Like, ever, because it just reminded me of the intergalactic police force. And when Green Lantern was kind of introduced to me, a lot more things about society was becoming clear. And so I never really, gravitated to the Green Lanterns. Right, I did enjoy The Blackest Night, and I thought that was cool when everyone came together, and then, there were zombies and stuff like that, and I thought that was a pretty fun story. But yeah, it just never really interested me that much. But then enters, John Stewart, and, everyone's like, oh, well, he's black, so, you'll love him. And I was like, oh, okay. But the thing is that he, him being like an architect and stuff like that, and I got introduced to him in the cartoons for the most part, right? And I've been told that he's a lot better in the comics because he's a lot more like creative, I guess. But it's like he's just a lot more literal, right? Like his stuff is just so fantastically awesome because of his architectural and engineering mind and whatnot. But in the cartoon, right, his things were to create big hands and stuff like that. And I'm like, he's pretty boring, and then you start getting introduced to like Hal Jordan and all those other guys who are creating all kinds of weird banana-y stuff. And you're just like, what happened to our guy? It's like, he was just boring. Like, he was just a boring character. And so I never really got into John Stewart because of that. It was like the cartoon kind of made him out to be pretty dang boring, and which is sad because, like I said, apparently he's actually pretty cool. It just never really gave him a big chance because, well, like I said, it's pretty boring. So and then this comes down like so. But it's cool. I like the fact that he's there, and that he has spurred many other black Green Lanterns to appear. So that's really cool. We're gonna move on. I'm not even gonna mess around with the rest of that. And as you can see, I have a new Sharpie, hopefully, because the lines are not right. They're not super thick. So with this one, I could actually come in and do some of the face work. But I was just like, well, as I said, the other one completely died. And so, well, it didn't completely die. We put it out of its misery because it was struggling. There wasn't a lot of ink coming out of it, so I had to fight it a lot. So I decided it would be better to just go ahead and go, nope, let's get a new one. Now I'm getting reacquainted with this because it's so, right, it's so small, and it has like the ink flow is crazy on it. So you know, it's just like, oh, it's about just getting used to the new marker is always fun, and I probably should have done something a little bit before we started, but here we are. But if you are, you know, a fan of Jon Stewart, you should, like, tell me why. Like, why? What puts him apart from all the other Green Lanterns that are out there that you could choose from? Like, why? Why is that? So that would be. I'm always interested to see as to why people gravitate to certain characters, right? Especially when I don't understand them. I'm like, why? They don't seem that cool. You know, and they're like, oh, but you don't understand. I'm like, oh, I know. Enlighten me. So I'm very curious for people who do like Jon Stewart to tell me why. Okay, that, and then this comes across like so. This goes down like that. Okay, that. All right, so it's actually, so the marker is starting to take its shape as the, you know, a thicker marker, which is fine because, you know, it's not like I got rid of the small ones, but I do appreciate the fact that I can go like this and fill in a certain amount of black fairly quickly because, you know, it actually has ink to work with. So appreciate that. Okay, eyeballs, important, nose, mouth. All right, so there we go. I can erase it. Oh wait, oh, I forgot a line. Very important line across the neck. There you go. Okay. You know, and we'll definitely fix it up, right? Always with the idea of coming in and cleaning it up is very, very important. So, but right now we're just going to try and finish, since seemingly having many problems with doing just that. So that's our goal with this one. I mean, as it is with all of them, is to try and finish, but you know, I've been having a bit of a problem with that. If you haven't noticed, like, it has been a problem. So this one like that. And we'll pull this out like so. Yep. Okay. For the green. Leeway there. That comes in like so. Okay, and this here. We're trying. Okay, and everything else is, no, not that one. This. Got a minute. What is this? Entire minute and we're done? What? Entire minute, we're done. Whoops. I mean, we're done. I'm just adding stupid stuff now. I don't know if it's stupid, but yeah, a little extra. I know I could have started on cleanup, but we'll just add this little green on the end to give it a little bit of pop. There you go. Look at that. See? Yes. Gotta keep on that winning streak, right? We can do this. So, I mean, today did it, right? Super excited, and hopefully we can keep on with this momentum, and I hope that you did well on this drawing as well. If you are participating in the challenges, please head on over to my Discord channel. The link is in the description below, and just join the community and let us see what you're working on so that we can see just how far you're coming along in developing. If by chance you are new to the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell so that you get notified every single time that I drop new content. Thank you all so very much, and I will see you at the next episode.